Okay, I need to be honest with you guys. Sometimes when you solve some of these radical equations, that you are going to need to use factoring. Remember this thing? Or the quadratic formula to solve them. Remember the quadratic formula, that's negative x equals negative b plus, or sorry, the opposite b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by what? What is it? 2a. Yeah, 2a. So sometimes you're going to use that. And so we got a problem here where we are going to need to use that. So we're going to solve this equation right here. Solve this radical equation. And we're going to first step. We got to get the radical by itself on one side of it. It's done. Look at that. Isn't that easy? We got to get it by itself. Notice we have this radical here. It is by itself. Nothing else is connected to it. There's stuff inside. I get it. This 3x minus 2, that's inside. That's okay. But the whole radical has to be by itself on one side of the equal sign. When that's true, the first step is to get rid of that radical. And to do that, you got to square both sides. So I'm going to square this side. I'm going to square that. I'm going to square that. Now remember, this square, remember what it does. The square cancels off this radical. And so on the left side, you are just left with the radicand, or what's underneath that radical. But, oh, this one's not as easy, right? This one's not easy. We got to figure out what that is, x minus 2 squared. So we're going to make our little box down here, the box method I taught you a while ago. And we got x minus 2, x minus 2, and we got x squared minus 2x minus 2x plus 4 right there. And we can write this over here. This is equal to x squared minus, now this is minus, look at these negative 2x's together. It's minus 4x. And then we got plus 4. So plus 4 right there. Now we got to solve. So let's start try to get, we got this x squared. I'm noticing that there's nothing over here to cancel out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get everything on one side and then factor. So I'm going to subtract 3x. Let's do it in a different color. Blue. Subtract 3x, and I'm going to add 2 on both sides. Subtract 3x and add 2. And when I do that, what I have now is on the left side I have 0, and on the right side I have x squared minus 7x plus 6. Okay? So now I'm at this point right here, and what I need to do is I need to factor this. So I'm going to do my little x thing over here. I'll put my 6 right here in the bottom, my negative 7 on top, and I say what times what is 6? That adds together to be 7, and that turns out to be 1 and 6, but not in positives, they're both negative. Okay? So I have 0 is equal to x minus 1, x minus 6. Okay. So how do I solve this? What are my two solutions? Well, one solution is when x is equal to 1, because when I put a 1 in for this x, this whole thing is going to be zeroed out, because 1 minus 1 is 0. My other solution is a 6, because when I put a 6 in for this x, 6 minus 6 is 0, and that zeroes this whole thing out. So I got two solutions, 1 or 6. Now, got to check them. We can't give up. We can't just move on and not check these. So we're going to check each of these solutions. So let's check this one first in my equation. Yeah, so we'll just do this right there. Check that. Put it right in there and there. So I have the square root of 3 times 1 plus 2. Is that equal to 1 minus 2? Is that equal to 1 minus 2? Let's see. We know 1 minus 2 is negative 1, right? 1 minus 2. Did I do that right? Yeah, 1 minus 2 is negative 1. And 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2. That's 5, square root of 5. Is square root of 5 equal to negative 1? No way. It's not equal to negative 1. So that can't be a solution. This is not a solution. Not a solution. Right there. There we go. Not a solution. Okay, let's try the other one. Let's try to see if the 6 is a solution. So, I'm going to take the square root of 3 times 6 plus 2. Is that equal to 6 minus 2? Is that equal to that? Well, 3 times 6 is 18 plus 2 is equal to 6 minus 2, which is 4. Oh, it's minus 2. I'm sorry. I did this wrong on both of them. Guys, why didn't you see this? Oh, check this. This is minus. Oh, so 3 times 1 minus 1, that's 1. And then we got the square root of 1. That's still 1 equals negative 1. So that's still not true. Not true. Okay, so that one we're still fine. I just made a stupid little mistake. But check this. This is a minus, and that's a minus because right there, check that. That's a minus. So 18 minus 2 is 16. So we got the square root of 16 is equal to 4. And what's the square root of 16? Well, that is 4. So thus making this our only true solution. 6 is our only real solution to this. 1 didn't do it. 1 gave us a 1 equals negative 1, and we know that's not true. But this one, 6. That's the one. So that's why you got to check your solutions when you're doing things like this. You got to make sure that you are doing this right and you're not giving both solutions, because some are just like ghosts, not the true real solution. Okay? So now that we're done with this, I'm going to show you one more problem like this down here in a little bit, just so you can see a little shortcut on solving some of these and figuring out, is there no solution? Because gosh, it would be nice to save some time. I'll show you how to do that in the next video.